Hey guys, in this video I'll show you how to take out Gleeoks with barely any preparation at all. And by barely any preparation I mean that you can do this with no armor, no health, one strong bow, shields don't matter, 2 to 3 decent melee weapons, and a couple stamina wheels. I'm aiming this guide at people that aren't duping. If you're duping, it's even easier, but I want to accommodate people that aren't duping as well. This is early game friendly. I use the Dark Link armor for most of these fights and don't do any food buffs or anything. But honestly, the Dark Link armor doesn't even help. I just like wearing it. I recently uploaded a couple of videos accompanying this one, how to get 8 rockets in 40 seconds, and a 7-minute run past 11 rock Octoroks. Doing things this way, before you approach a regular Gleeok, make sure you have 5 to 6 rocket shields, 2 bows that have some life in them, around 20 arrows, and 3 to 4 good weapons. 50 to 70 damage works great. Save before initiating the fight. Approach from above and shoot out its eyes. That will make it drop to the ground. It will lie there for several seconds, so you can go into your inventory and equip a rocket shield and weapon if needed. Start hammering away at one of its eyeballs. You can get 12 to 16 good hits in before it starts to rise. Make sure you have a rocket shield equipped by the time it's rising. Use your rocket shield and paraglide when you're just above its head. Shoot out its eyes and drop it, and repeat. Pay attention to the durability of your melee weapons and bows. If they're about to break, swap them out. It should take around 5 of these phases to defeat it if you're using weapons with damage around 50 to 70. The only other tips are that you can't swap equipment if you're mid-attack, so try to use opportunities between combos to swap out gear you might be needing shortly. Don't be caught without a rocket shield when you really need it. The whole thing gets thrown off if the Gleeok is able to gust you away. But it isn't the end of the fight if it happens. It literally happened to me with the Frost Gleeok, and I finished that fight just fine. It's just a pain and throws off the tempo. Also, I noticed that if I rocket up and shoot its eyes out too early, it doesn't drop the Gleeok. I think that there's a desirable window to hit its eyes, so just wait to rocket up until it's mostly risen before shooting at it. All Gleeoks function the same, but depending on which Gleeok you fight, the temperature could require changes. For the Frost Gleeok, I wore snow pants. The King Gleeok is the same as the others, but it takes 2 arrow shots per eye instead of 1 with the Royal Guard's bow, and it has more health. So go into that with 10 rocket shields, 3 bows, and 4 decent weapons just in case. Whenever you need more rockets to add to your shield, you can go to the place I show in my video to get 8 rockets in under a minute and don't have to waste any from your stash. Whenever you need to repair weapons, you can do an Octorok run similar to my Octorok video, and with 12 Octoroks, you can repair 4 items 3 separate times. 3 melee weapons and a bow, for example. Or just do the whole run at once if you want to. If you've used up the Octoroks, you can trigger a Blood Moon whenever you want. I made a video on that. I recorded taking out one of each type of Gleeok with this loadout for the video, and I'll have full sped up clips at the end. For the Thunder Gleeok, I have even less gear and use a Zonai Spring instead of rocket shields. If you get good enough with the Gleeok's moves, you don't even need rocket shields. Just 1 or 2 springs to get you into bullet time will work great. If you do that, make sure to place the spring away from the Gleeok so that it doesn't knock the spring away while it's rising, and also so you don't inadvertently hit the spring while attacking. Make sure to reset the spring after shooting its eyes so it's ready to go for the next set. It's really easy once you get a feel for it. It's even easier if you have a lot of hearts, fancy armor, and huge weapons, but I wanted to show how you can do this without taking any damage and using good gear, not the best gear. You can get good swords, shields, and bows from Hyrule Castle, particularly Zelda Study and the Sanctum, as well as the Hylian shield in the cave under the castle. You can get good shields from the Sky Labyrinths. I made a video on completing those early. And you can get the Master Sword the second you have 2 stamina bars. You can get the Bigoron sword very easily. I made a video on that. And buy more of them at the Bargainer statue for 150 pos after obtaining it. I've been mainly using the Gerudo Scimitar since it attacks fast and its ability doubles the attack power of fused materials. You can get one from the Gerudo mission where you're fending off the Gibdos. There will be a part where you can loot some prepared materials and weapons. You can farm them repeatedly from the Molduga enemy in the desert, but I didn't make a video on that. In the Thunder Gleeok video, I'm using a simple 7 damage Knight's Broadsword with a 34-ish damage attachment. The sword's easy to find, and its ability doubles its attack when you're at 1 heart. Nothing fancy. The only two non-negotiable things are a strong bow and decent stamina. You could use a weaker bow, but more shots means more stamina needed, so it's best to just get a strong bow. You can get one Royal Guard's bow in Zelda Study, and another in the Sanctum near the horse head. They respawn at blood moons, so make sure to gear up at Hyrule Castle for sure. For fused materials, you can get a Lionel Horn early by beating the enemy encampments on Eventide Island at the very bottom right of the map. You can get a white Lionel Horn from the Bubble Gem guy after trading like 30 to 40 Bubble Gems. You can get a constant supply of 35 damage fuse parts from the blue-white Froxes. I made a video on easily beating those as well. And you can get silver Lizalfos horns by completing the Lizalfos Coliseum. This isn't intended to be a comprehensive list of weapons and parts, but I hope I included enough to get 4 to 5 strong pieces of each type of equipment. The shields don't really matter besides using them for verticality, and you just need the bows to drop the Gleeoks. The melee weapons are the main thing you should put a little bit of work into, but hopefully with this video it shouldn't be too much trouble. That's about it. My Thunder Gleeok fight has barely any equipment, and after the Frost Gleeok fight I do a quick Rock Octorok run to repair some equipment. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like, comment, and subscribe so more people can see it. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.